The word, people. You already know. It's Big Will. I'm back again. Another episode of Life After Prison. Let's run it. What's the word, people? So I got a question from a friend of mine. He's getting ready to do some time. He got mixed up in a drug bust and gonna do some time. And he asked me, what do I suggest he do to survive in prison? Now, he's not a gang member. He's a white person. Not into the gang politics. He's not into politics of getting into bullshit that happens in jail, things like that. You know what I mean? He's friendly and he's open. He'll get along with people. But as far as like the fights and shit like that, excuse me, oh my wife with these fucking bags. He don't get into shit like that. You know what I mean? He was asking me what's the best way for him to survive without getting himself caught up into shit. And I told him, you know, once you get there, you're going to be pissed off, okay? You're going to be upset. You're getting taken away from your family. There's a whole bunch of shit you got to get acclimated, right? Your mind is going to start playing a big part into your survival, right? Your mind is going to take a big part into getting used to shit and getting along with people, all right? If you know what I mean. You're moving into a situation where you got another man for a celly. You're giving up your girl, your kids if you have any, your mother, your father. And when I say giving up, I mean not seeing them every day on a personal level. You know, if your family's got money, you got money stashed away, you can pay for the canteen, you can pay for the phone calls, you can buy all the stamps you want. Believe it or not, some jails still use snail mail. A lot of places are getting up to date with the video calls, but even that, they're at certain times. A lot of shit you gotta get used to, right? So now you gotta get used to not sleeping with your wife every night, right? Sleeping alone. In the first few days, you're gonna go through a lot of thinking, right? So you're not gonna want to be bothered with people. If you're all about doing time and just getting it out of the way, not making everything hard for yourself while you're there, once you get in and you see a counselor, when you're classed, get into shit that takes up your time. A lot of shit, if you're looking to get parole, a lot of shit plays a big part in it. They look to see how you're being rehabilitated. They look to see if you're joining classes. They look to see how your reports are. If you get any D reports, or if you're quiet, you know, if you get along with people, if you're not in trouble, you're not in fights. Tell your counselor you want to join school. You want to get into a lot of programs as much as you can. Whatever programs they offer, take them. Take them. It's going to take up your time. It's going to take you away from the bullshit that's happening in your block. It gives you something to do all day. It keeps you busy. You know, and a lot of times, it's just like life. That day-to-day monotonous, it gets tiring and shit, but, you know, before you know it, 3 months are gone. Before you know it, 6 months are gone. You know, then you're in a year in. 2 years goes by with a snap of a finger. You know, you do a couple of years, you keep your marks up. You know, if you're doing a 5-piece, 7-piece, after 2.5, 3 years, they're gonna start asking you about parole. If you got a place to stay and all that bullshit, you know what I mean? But as long as you're not getting into trouble and shit, they'll see if you're if you're eligible, right? Go to school. If you haven't gotten your GED, a lot of places, the inner city kids, they drop out, right? Go to school, get your GED. If you have your GED, if you have your high school diploma, join. They get pre-high school classes. I don't believe your prison credits count towards college and shit, right? If you take pre GED or pre high school diploma classes, but they may. I never got that far, right? I did get my GED when I was in 2009. I got my GED. 2008 I got my GED. When I was able to come out, go to massage therapy school. I got my certificate for massage therapy. I'm a licensed massage therapist in Massachusetts. That field got me in a lot of trouble with my ex. You know, it's a very intimate course, and when you're massaging women, their mind tends to go places that turn sexual. Not for all women, don't get me wrong, but these hands are magic, trust me when I tell you. But you know, I hope that I got my GED in when I was in, because then when I got out, I was able to do something. I was able to continue education, you know what I mean? And like I said, you know, it's something I wanted to do for a long time, you know, until I had massage a man that had hair all over his body, and I wasn't having it. Now I am secure with my manhood, right? I'm 100% heterosexual. That being said, I don't want to massage a man. I don't want to do it. You know, sports therapy is something different. You know, athletes, it's usually their legs or even their shoulder or something. If they're working out, they blow a pec, it's different. When you get in a deep tissue massage, it's usually like someone who works or something, you know what I mean? And they just want to relax and get the aches and stuff out. That's cool. I can't see me rubbing a man down with oil and having him enjoy it. With that being said, the women, I had a good thing going, but it caused issues in my relationship, right? So I stopped all of that for a long time, and then the streets took hold of me again, you know, and I went back out, and massage therapy wasn't on my mind anymore, you know. Fast, easy, and money was prevalent, and that's what I did. With that being said, yeah, you can take classes, small engine repair. You can join. There's some places that they help, like, build things, construction, carpentry. You do carpentry work, you know, and you get certificates, you get diplomas, and some places will get out, and if you're on parole, they'll help you get a job, and you know, it helps you, right? Depends on where you are in life. Depends on where you are in your mind. If you're a 20-year-old kid and you're going to jail, you're gonna want to get out after a couple of years and hit the streets and stop fucking women and doing the same old shit that you did before you went in. I know, I was there. Okay. With that being said, when you go in and you start doing your classes and stuff, you want to get to know who your seller is. You want to get to know what type of person they are. If they're a ripper, if they're there for beating their child, hitting their child, shit like that, you don't want to stay roommate, have them be a cellie for long, because they're going to be a target and it's going to draw you into shit. So, you know, if you got that type of person, have them pack their shit and go. Don't matter if you're new. Give them a bag, tell them, listen, you got to go. Don't walk in there and get into trouble and go to the hole. Again, my second day in, on one of my bids, I went to the hole. You know, and I did the first 90 days in the hole. It's not pretty. It sucks. You know what I mean? But it's life. You know what I mean? You want to get to know who is your allies and who is your enemies. Okay? Now right away, you know, if you're white, the Woods or the Aryan Brotherhood, they're going to try and get at you, and they want you to jump in their car, and if you don't, they're going to tell you, well, you got no protection, and people are going to try and take advantage of you. Depends how you carry yourself. Carry yourself with confidence, okay? You don't have to walk in and, you know, I'm here and I'm ready to take over this. No. Walk in and keep your head up. Like, I'm here and ain't nobody going to fuck with me, okay? It'll help you along. If you walk in and you're timid and you're scared, you're going to be a target. People are going to take care. They're going to be a target. If people see you scared to go into the shower and stuff, you're going to be a target. Them are the ones that you know, because you're going to go in by yourself at night, and the booty bandits are going to look, oh, you know, he don't like to shower with everybody else, so he's a target. You know, they're going to want to get you alone, and it's when a lot of rape happens, you know. Unless you know, are secure and you're confident about yourself, and you let them know, listen, man, just because I don't like taking a shower with another dude, I'll bust your fucking neck if you come across me wrong. If you give me that look or you try and touch me. Carry yourself that way. There are some dudes big enough that will fuck with you, but you should be alright. Walk in and respect people. You know, if you walk in with respect and confidence, get to know the classes and stuff they have. Take classes. Keep yourself out of the block as much as you can. If they have a street crew and you can get out, if they have a painting crew where you can go out and paint the local churches, and do it, dude. Do it. Take your time out. Get outside. Stay out of trouble. Get your points down. If you can get your points down and get to a minimum, you can get to a job where you can get to a jail where you know, a work camp when you go out and work and you make money, you know, and it takes some time, don't get me wrong, but just go in and have respect. Have respect for yourself, have respect for other people's stuff. Get to know your celly. Like, get to know your celly, you know. Don't ask them for their paperwork right off the rip, but if you want, listen, what are you here for? Oh, I'm here for bank robbery. All right, let me see your paperwork. You see how they carry themselves. You listen to the story that they tell you. You know, when I go in, usually I'll ask my counselor, can you get a copy of my charges? Can you get a copy of my Corey? I ask for mine. You know, this way if there's ever an issue, I got my shit there, you know. Stay away from the gang shit. If you didn't go in a gang, don't go in and join a gang. Because when you get out, you're gonna want to drop out, and then you're gonna be labeled as a dropout, and you're gonna have a target on your back once you hit the street. Get away from that shit. Stay away from it. The biggest thing I can tell you is respect. Have respect. Okay? And you should be fine. But you know, you should be alright in jail. Make friends. Make friends. Don't take nothing from nobody. Don't gamble if you ain't got money coming in. Don't ask anybody for anything, because then you owe a favor. Someone puts candy on your pillow, don't take it, because then you're their girlfriend. Shit like that, you know. Just have respect for yourself, be confident, and you should be alright. Other than that, the only thing I can tell you is, if you get to a place where it's too hostile, get your hand on a knife and make sure you hide it in the right place, because when they do cell searches, you don't want to get caught with one Because then you're going to go to the hole and people are going to think you're a rat, you know, blah, blah, blah. And once you're there a little bit, you know how to survive. Okay? And if you can't do all of that, the only thing I can tell you is check in the PC. And if you do that, I'd probably have to hang myself if I went to PC. But, yeah, I'm just not, I'm not that type of person. The one thing I can tell you about this is if you can't handle it and you go to PC, there is going to be somebody in PC who is the bully in that block. There is going to be somebody in PC who runs PC. Okay? Somebody who's scared to be out in population, but know that they're in PC with a bunch of pussies, so they're going to take control. Okay? With that being said, drop me a like, and if you're here, subscribe. Don't watch the video and not subscribe. That's just sucker shit. Subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know what you think. And like always, I'll see you on the next one. It's Big Will, Life After Prison. Peace.